Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Fadila and I'm from Group 2 and today I will explain about basic trigonometry. So let's go to the first vocabulary. The first vocabulary is equilateral triangle or we also call segitiga sama sisi. Equilateral triangle is a triangle in which all three sides are the same length. All three angles are also congruent to each other and are 60 degree each. Okay, for example, you can see this illustration. Okay, next one is isosceles triangle, or you also call segitiga sama kaki. Isosceles triangle is a triangle that has two equal sides, two equal angles, and one axis of symmetry. For example, you can see this illustration. Next one is scalene triangle, or we also call segitiga sembarang. Scalene triangle is a triangle whose lengths are not the same. For example, you can see this illustration. Next one is right triangle, or we also call segitiga siku-siku. Right triangle is a triangle in which one of the angles is a right angle or has an angle measure of 90 degree. You can see this picture for example. Okay, next one is acute triangle, or we also call segitiga lancip. Acute triangle is a triangle that has three acute angles in the sense that the angle is less than 90 degree. Okay, this is less than 90 degree, less than 90 degree, and less than 90 degree. Okay, next one is obtuse triangle, or we also call segitiga tumpul. Obtuse triangle is a triangle that has one obtuse angle in the sense that the angle is more than 90 degree. Okay, this is the more than 90 degree. Next one is similar, or we also call sebangun. Similar are two shapes that are the same but not the same size. Two plane figures are said to be congruent if they have the same shape. For example, you can see this illustration. Next one is right angle, or we also call sudut siku-siku. Right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree. Next one is acute angle, or we also call sudut lancip. Acute angle is an angle that measure between 0 degree and 90 degree. Next one is obtuse angle, or we also call sudut tumpul. Obtuse angle is an angle that measure between 90 degree and 180 degree. Okay. Next one is the video. The trig, the trigonometry. Trig means triangle and metry means measure. If I have uh, the right triangle, so in this angle is right angle is 90 degree and the height is 3, the hypotenuse is 5 and the base is 4. So with the Pythagorean theorem, so we got 3 square plus 4 square is equals to 5 square. Okay, next one is core function of trigonometry. Sine is opposite side over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent side over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite side over adjacent side. Let's see this picture, okay? If I have a beta in this corner, beta angle in this corner, so sine beta is opposite side over hypotenuse side, okay? And if I have cos beta is adjacent side over hypotenuse, and if I have tangent beta is opposite side over over adjacent side. So next one is if I have this right triangle in and this corner is beta angle. So if I have 3 in height, 4 in base, and 5 in hypotenuse. So sine beta is equals to opposite side from beta. No. Opposite side from theta over hypotenuse is equals to 3 over 5. Next one is cosine theta is equals to adjacent side from theta over hypotenuse is equals to 4 over 5. Next one is tangent is opposite side from theta over adjacent side from theta is equals to 3 over 5. Next one is I have beta angle in this corner, so sine beta is equals to opposite side from beta over hypotenuse is equals to 4 over 5. Next one is cosine. Cosine beta is equals to adjacent side from beta over hypotenuse is equals to 3 over 5. Next one is tangent. Tangent is opposite side from beta over adjacent side from beta is equals to 4 over 3. Okay, next one is example 10. The warning on the side of a 20-feet ladder says that the angle it makes with the ground should be no smaller than 40 degrees before it becomes unsafe. To the nearest foot, what is the height along a wall that this ladder makes at such an angle? Okay, the solution was the diagram for the problem present us with a right triangle. The sides of the building is the side opposite the angle we are using. Let's see this illustration. Okay, therefore we need to use the sine ratio. The variable model is sine of 40 degree is equals to the height along wall over the length of ladder. Let height be the height of the wall. So sine 40 degree is equals to height over 25. Sine 40 degree is equals to 0.6428 is equals to height over 25. We cross multiple this equation, so we got A is equals to 16.07 or A is equals to 16 feet. So then to the nearest foot, a ladder will reach a height of 16 feet. Next one is example 11. From a point 200 feet from the center of the base of a hill, the angle of elevation to the top of the hill is 28 degrees. A tram from that point carries people to the top. To the nearest foot, how high is the hill and how long is the tram's cable? Okay, we can find the length of the cable in two different ways. One using trigonometry and the other using the Pythagorean theorem. Let's see this illustration. Okay. First one is using trigonometry. We can use this cosine ratio since it is the one that involves that adjacent side and the hypotenuse, letting C be the length of the cable. Cos 28 degree is equals to AC over AB. Cos 28 degree is equals to 200 over C. We cross multiply this equation, so we got C times cos 28 degree is equals to 200. We divided both sides by cos 28, so we got C is 200 over cos 28 degree. So we got 200 over 0.8829 is equals to 226.5. We round up this, so we got C is 227 feet. Next one is using the Pythagorean theorem. We know the length of the side adjacent to the angle AC is equals to 200. The height is the side opposite the angle BC, and the length of the cable is the hypotenuse AB. Let height be the height of the hill. Tan 28 degree is equals to BC over AC. Tan 28 degree is equals to height over 200. So we cross multiply this equation. So we got A is equals to 200 times tan 28. A is equals to 200 times 0.5317. So we got A is 106.34 feet. We can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse of triangle since we were given AC and we found BC. Let's see the cable length. So C square is equals to AC square plus BC square. C square is equals to 200 square plus 106.34 square. So C square is 440,000 plus 11,308.20. So C square is equals to 51,308.20. We root square this equation, so we got C is 226.51 feet. We round out this, so we got C is 227 feet. So the height of the hill is 106 feet, and the length of tram is cable is 227 feet to the nearest foot. Okay, the last example is example 12. An observer from the top of a lighthouse that is 40 feet tall and stands on a cliff 80 feet above sea level notice about offshore. Both must be warned if they come too close to the cliff because of the rocks below the waterline. If the observer notes that the angle of depression is 50 degree, how far from the cliff is the boat? Okay, let's see this illustration. So from the illustration we got, the diagram clearly show the right triangle that must be used. It also indicates that the height includes the cliff and the tower. The height is equals to 80 feet plus 40 feet is equals to 120 feet. The diagram also indicates that the angle within the triangle we need to use measure 40 degree. The height of the cliff is the adjacent side of the angle, and the distance between the boat and the cliff is its opposite side. Let D is the distance between the cliff and the boat. Tan 40 degree is equals to D over 120. So we cross multiply this equation. So we got D is 120 times tan 40 degree is equals to 120 times 0.8391. So we got D is 100.7 or 101 feet. Okay, so the distance between the cliff and the boat is 101 feet to the nearest boat. Okay, that is my video. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm sorry for my mistakes. Okay, bye bye. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.